Hi guys, welcome back to Bullhonk. We start a new case through this CSI adventure here. Dark as hell, you know, hard to pick up shit. Rough cut. Alright, my guy. Let's get on it. I said let's walk. Hey. Hey, am I not walking here? Hey. Hey. I don't even know what that was about. I have no idea. I didn't even talk to him. What the hell? He apparently did not want to tell me shit at all, so hopefully I didn't lose anything for that.
Okay, even though this guy looks like he's been dead a while, there still may be some valuable information.
Man, he's looking a bit gray. Ugh. That's too bad. Ugh. Ew, don't do that to me.
Somebody beat up this guy.
What did you do that
This is
for?
the National Forest Service campsite. This spot's used by college kids who like partying in the great outdoors. Nobody checks your ID for a beer. I know this isn't your first time out, but Grissom will have my hide if we don't follow strict procedure. Which means, document the body first.
Don't get my hide in trouble, okay?
Vic's face up on a sleeping bag. No sign he's been moved or of a struggle. Could this be death by natural causes?
I don't know. Dead. Dead. Alright. Hmm? Oh.
You'll want a different tool for that.
I don't want to get exposed Glover to the damn freaking syringe. Rude.
Somehow I have a feeling this isn't a natural feature of this area.
What you done say, my guy?
Slightly mummified with black discoloration. Strange.
Ew. Ew.
Blowfly larva. If you were wondering what it takes to make Grissom smile, this is it. Third stage of development. This means the body's been decomposing 5 days.
I'm so glad I know that now. Thanks. Thanks for that. Why would I need that? Splat. Oh, dang it. I can't. Won't let me go in the tent? Oh, god dang it.
Way to be thorough. Looks like the area's clean.
That's what I was looking for. That's something gross. What's that music for?
Way to be thorough. Looks like the area's clean.
See, it's not thorough and clean, dumbass. I was missing something. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the damn one time I get a torch.
I haven't seen one of these in a while. An old school insulin bottle. Always nice to have a name written on a piece of evidence at a crime scene, huh?
You ain't gonna zoom in any further, huh? Okay. Okay. Thanks. Can I turn it at least? Nope. I have a feeling this one's gonna be rough. Just because of how wonky it already is with, like, controls. At least I can see. Do I need anything else?
This is my first time using the mobile analysis unit in the field. Imagine a whole lab in your trunk. Where was this when I was a lab rat?
Ha! Alright. So... At least there's not like a million things in my inventory right now.
Lipstick for sure. But do you know how many flavors are out there? Let me tell you. Thousands. Old lab story.
I don't think they're flavors. I don't think you eat it.
Dried residue on the bottle checked out for insulin. No other chemicals present. Insulin. Maybe Arvik was a diabetic.
You don't say, my guy.
All the time-sensitive materials we need. You can head back to HQ anytime you want.
Oh, oops.
You don't quite have a match there. Little details make
Shut up. Let's just confirm it, okay? Well then who the fuck are you? Boots! Oh yeah, that's for true.
Woman's hiking boot, size 5. So a woman was out here with him at some point.
It's Doc Man.
Are you sure you've got everything you need from the crime scene?
Yeah?
There's more to be done with the body at the crime scene. Make sure you've collected all evidence on the body itself and taken any photos nearby.
Oh, what the hell? Why don't you do it? Jeez. Alright, what else I do to your damn ass? Alright. Oh.
So we have a bruise on the forehead and a boot print in the tent. Maybe a fellow camper whacked the Vic upside the head and rifled through his gear.
Oh, that's what I was getting at? I just figured it's because of all the fucked up stuff on his face. Okay, well, can I go to the morgue now?
Sure, I'll send a team right out.
That's it? That's all you wanted? Whatever.
I can give you a decent seat in the ballpark, thanks to those blowfly larvae. Rigidity and lividity indicate the body's not been moved post-mortem. TOD estimate, 5 days. Still working on that. I found water in the lungs, so first glance suggests possible asphyxia from drowning. Don't quote me. Other parts of this autopsy don't add up. Another element may not be important. Tox indicates levels of Jimson-weed tea. We checked his lower intestinal tract for seeds and came up with a garden of toxicity, levels of which you can verify in the lab.
Ew. Okay.
Not a factor. No broken skin, no brain hemorrhaging, or skull fracture. One thing though, the bruise discoloration was still forming, so the blunt force trauma occurred several hours before the time of death.
Ew.
Why? You think that's a first? I had a case where an autopsy revealed baby rats gestating in the stomach.
Ew, shut up.
Luckily, that's not the case here. Maybe Mommy didn't find a suitable nesting spot inside her Vic.
You have to add that into the game.
Yes,
Why was that
it
in the
was.
game?
This would explain why he had an insulin bottle with him at the crime scene. But diabetes had nothing to do with his death.
Oh, okay, so...
Here's your reference prints and DNA.
Now get out! Should probably do something with them seeds. Oh, I thought maybe it'd come up with a match. I don't know. I don't know what damn deals. Oh, nothing on him either. I don't know. Alright. Seeds. Seeds!
These results from the Jimson weed seeds show a non-lethal amount. Based on these levels, he probably ingested this hours before he died.
My boy Brass.
Trace the name on the prescription to a condo at 337 Fawn Road, Las Vegas. According to records, he lives there with his wife, one Carla Mitchell. Here's a surprise. Our victim has a local celebrity for a mother. Real estate developer Emily Hansen.
Question mark? Yeah. It's dark again. Don't y'all believe in lights? Like overhead lights? Come on.
Las Vegas Crime Lab, Mrs. Mitchell. We're sorry to have to bother you at a time like this, but I'm sure you understand it's necessary.
Of course, of course. But you'll have to forgive me if I'm a little out of focus. I haven't even begun to come to grips with Derek's death. Seems so unreal. And just when things were going so well. He was due home today from his camping trip, and I was planning his favorite meal for him. Do you know what happened?
We're trying our best to figure it out, Mrs. Mitchell.
Actually, yes. He liked to go backpacking once or twice a month. He'd take a bus, hike as far as he could go, and get out under God's great sky, as he said. Not that he was religious, but the desert held a certain spirituality for him. I never went with him. I may live in a desert town, but I'm a city girl, and I don't like getting my hands dirty.
This is hot as shit.
Last time I saw him, God, that's such an awful sound. Must have been, yes, it was over breakfast right before he left. I was going to work. He told me he'd be gone out camping for a while, starting that very afternoon. That was typical of Derek, Mr. Spontaneity. 6 days ago? Yes, 6 days. He needed to stop at his mom's house on the way out to the desert to pick up his gear. We didn't have room to store it here. His mom was willing, which is a little surprising since Derek and his mother aren't exactly close. I guess you know I'm an attorney. I think maybe you've testified in 1 or 2 cases of mine against my client, but that's the way the game is played.
I've already done all that?
Anyway,
Cool.
I've been consumed with my next big trial looming. Now, I know in a case like this, you always look at the spouse first, but let me save you a step. No way could I have driven out to the desert, even if I had known where in God's name he'd set up camp. I just haven't had the time. I hate to stand on legal formalities, but as much as I want you to find out what happened to Derek, I need to limit the chaos in my life. I'll have to insist on a warrant to show cause before I let you toss my house. I'm sorry.
We understand.
Derek was pretty easygoing, and I can't think of... No, wait, there is one person, though enemy is a little strong. You see, our contractor quit recently after he and Derek got into it. Name's Lou Astor, and he is one sleazy character. Frankly, much as I'd like to get our kitchen remodeling done, I'm glad that creep is out from underfoot.
Where can we find this contractor?
At Ravenson Construction. I even remember the address from paying his padded bills. 5311 Seffield Road.
Oh, wait a minute. I still got more shit to ask.
I don't normally wear hiking boots at all, but when I do, it would be size 5. Why?
We found a
Yeah, widow
footprint
feet.
at the crime scene. Do you have any hiking boots we can use to rule you out?
No, I told you I'm not a boot person. Are you saying that another woman may have been out camping with him?
No, we are simply checking all possibilities.
Yeah, it's one of those habits I can't break him on. Usually takes a little for use in the wilderness.
Why?
I'm wearing it right now, but my lips have natural color, so sometimes I wear a clear shade, and never red. I've told you all I can.
Okay. I done pissed her off. I thought I was supposed to talk to his mom, too. Let me see if...
One and the same. Lives out of Charleston Hills, a gated community. She doesn't have my vote, but you don't need to bring that up.
Nah! Don't worry, man. I got you. I won't say shit.
Oh yeah, her boss places her at work, doing overtime for the whole week.
Oh, good. Thanks, man. I knew I could count on you. Okay, a little lighter in here. Not bad. Not bad. Yoo-hoo!
You know I am. And you obviously know what a bad time this is for me. I've lost my son. And I've already spent several hours with you LVPD people this morning. If you'll excuse me.
We're with the crime
Yikes.
lab, Mrs. Hanson, investigating your son's death. As much as we hate intruding into your time of grief, we need to ask a few questions.
A week ago. No, 6 days. Right before this last ill-advised desert excursion. I saw him when he picked up his camping gear. My son was willfully unusual. You'll need to be specific.
Unusual as in a bruise on his forehead?
I noticed nothing of that nature. No injuries, no contusions. Although if Derek ended up that way, I can't say I'm surprised. Considering the poor judgment he showed, backpacking into that wasteland of lowlifes and druggies. Perhaps Derek felt at home among that trash. Drugs and parties were how he spent his college days. Never grew up, I'm afraid. You think I'm cruel? Cold? Assume what you like, but I'm a mother who lost her child long, long ago. Here at home working. I have an office here.
Well, good for you.
Lou Astor was. He's a contractor who's done a lot of work for me over the years. Recently I recommended him to Derek and his wife. But when Mr. Astor stopped by that day, he mentioned that he'd been fired by them. The contractor was gone by the time Derek stopped here. You don't think Astor could be responsible? I know he's a bit of a roughneck and has a certain reputation, but he's always done reliable work for me. I'd hate to think. A disaster area. My darling daughter-in-law, Carla, is a 14-carat tramp. Derek only married her because I disapproved. Sheer rebellion. Simply sheer rebellion. It's the safest bet in Las Vegas that that little slut is sleeping around on my son.
Oh, yikes. Excuse you.
Just to eliminate you.
I'm sure you expect me to cooperate fully in your efforts to find out what happened to my son. And I do commend your public service. But as you may know, I'm a candidate for public office myself, and I intend not to be embarrassed. You will follow the rules. It will take a warrant to get my fingerprints or to search my house. And now, if there's nothing else, please leave me to my thoughts and my sorrow. That I will gladly bestow you. Take it and go.
It's even darker. It's dark in here. How are you contracting anything? Not who I was thinking. I was thinking it's gonna be some older dude. Yo. Boop. Hone in.
According to my driver's license. What's up?
Shut up.
Crime lab need with a poor working stiff like yours truly.
There's somebody stiff because of you. Wait.
Derek Hardy. You knew him?
Yeah, I know him. Knew? Dude is dead. Why would you notify me about it? He was just another client of mine. Former client. Former, even before he was dead. Hell, I don't know. A week maybe? A little more, a little less? Out at that condo of his and his wife's when the jerk fired me. May he rest in peace. God, where was I 5 minutes ago? Now, let me think here. Must have been working at Emily's, yeah. She's all right. Ball breaker, but fair. That was days at work. Nights, I was hanging at the ballpark. Yeah, minor league park, watching my nephew play. In the company of friends and family, I should add. A lot of friends and family. Man, you make it sound serious. It was just this minor beef with him. Matter of fact, it was his wife who told me to stop working on their kitchen and get my stuff out. You know, typical contractor clients. Always thinking you're overcharging and taking too long. Otherwise, that wife is all right. Easy on the eyes, too. And always ready with a lemonade or something for a hard-working man. Now, Mom, old Emily, good as she's been to me, I gotta say, she and her son, no love lost there. I mean, those two are at each other's throats. And Mommy? Whoa, that
Don't
old
say
girl
Mommy.
is dangerous. Much as I hate to lose a good client, you ought to give her a kind of hard look. You know what I mean? One thing, I overheard her talking to baby boy on the phone. Seems Derek had come into some serious trust fund money after his father passed. And at some point, Sonny Boy promised Mommy Dearest he'd kick in on her campaign. Only he reneged. I don't think so. I got rights here, and I'm not crazy about the direction this is going.
Mind if we look around? Or do you intend to be strictly uncooperative? That's a direction we aren't crazy about.
Look, I don't want to stand in the way of nothing. Have at it. But the shop floor only, huh? Stay the hell out of my office. That's private. I don't let nobody in there.
Goody. Can't wait to see if I can find anything. What the hell am I looking at?
Looks like a junk box. But maybe there'll be some evidence treasure in the trash.
Alright, Clever. Get this jar. Oh, don't be shy. It's okay.
Pity this jar isn't labeled, but it must not have come out of that kind of lab.
Hmm?
You'll want a different tool for that.
Oh, I bet.
Not quite. Something similar.
Fine. Why isn't it an option then?
Mom's
Brr.
lipstick is similar to what we found in the desert, but the cigarette brands don't match.
What does that matter? No. 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 None of them. What? Does it mean anything or what? Oh yeah, I should probably do the jar thing because I remember getting a little bitty this little baby canister somewhere. Where's it at? Or is it up here?
Well, unidentified or not, this is the same substance as the one found in the tobacco. If Astor had access to this substance and found it in the Vic's tobacco, it's possible that the contractor did the mixing, even if the Vic himself did the rolling. We gotta find out what this stuff is.
Can I get a warrant?
He's been investigated more times than certain members of Congress. Fraud, extortion, even illegal gambling. In Vegas, that's a good trick. No convictions, though. Still makes you wonder why a respectable woman like Emily Hansen would want this scumbag working for her.
Being cheap.
You read the papers? Front page in the Las Vegas Post. Financial problems in Hansen's campaign. Staffers are abandoning ship. Seems paychecks have grown scarce lately. And an op-ed piece suggests Emily's son's lifestyle has hurt her in the polls. Motive? Maybe. Once you've got enough evidence, we'll hit up a judge.
Thank God someone in the Vegas media is finally telling the truth about that witch. She nagged and nagged about him contributing to her campaign coffers. Let me guess. You've been to see my husband's mother, Emily. Isn't she a peach? She hates me and always has. Jealous that Derek chose me over her, angry that my religion is different than hers, and always blaming me for her son's out-of-control behavior.
We're trying to interpret evidence, Mrs. Mitchell, not make wild assumptions about people's character.
Well, she did.
But if you had a mother-in-law like Emily... Anyway, I'd be lying if I didn't say Derek and I have had patches of rough road together. But lately Derek had really turned himself around. He was totally committed to joining me in a normal life. We had our wild years, okay? Now we've changed directions. We're the straightest couple you're likely to find in this town. Along those lines, we took out an insurance policy, $500,000 each. Derek's trust fund has gotten whittled away, and if we were going to start a family, we wanted that security, for the kids we hope to have. If you want to consider that suspicious, well, fine. But I want to be straight with you. Derek would want me to be straight with you.
Straight as a board. Well, then let's talk to bitchy mom. Back here! Yoo-hoo.
I gave it a cursory look. My attorney will give it a harder one. That paper supports my opponent, and they deal in half-truths and outright lies.
Right.
Anyone who's ever been a parent understands the limitations and the disappointments even the best mothers and fathers face.
Is it true your son reneged on a large campaign contribution?
That's a ridiculously overblown way to put it. I wasn't angry at all about that. Derek said his funds were low, and I believed him. And anyway, he contributed in the past, generously, which I appreciated. Whatever private problems we had, my son supported my efforts as a public person. Besides which, my campaign has ample funding. If you're looking for dirt, my laundry is not the place to look for it. I'd suggest you take a long, lingering look at my son's promiscuous widow. I don't deal with rumor or speculation either. In fact, I had one of my security people keep Carla under surveillance. All my suspicions, it seems, were well-founded. That round-heeled slattern is a disgrace to our good name.
So how exactly is Carla getting her marriage back on track? And who's this other guy? So Carla takes out an insurance policy to protect the kids she and Derek didn't have, with her husband worth more dead than alive, and a new boyfriend on the horizon. Well, look up motive in Webster's, and it'll refer you to this.
Yeah, but you should also probably look up assumption. Because we don't know yet for sure, my guy. Well, let's ask her. Let's bother her some more.
Just a friend of mine, co-worker at the legal office. Where the hell did you get that?
Well, your mother-in-law thinks this friend is a lover.
Does she? So even the police are falling prey to her manipulative BS. She's a political animal. When the heat's on her, she shifts it onto me, huh? Look, this guy's really just a friend, and I don't see why he should suffer because Emily Hansen wants to build up her reputation by tearing down others. How can you be so cold? I just lost the man I love, and if a friend wants to lend a sympathetic shoulder, that's hardly against the law. Sorry. I know you're just doing your job, and you have to look at everything and everybody, and I really do want to help. Look, you wanted boots, remember? I found some that my husband bought me ages ago. I intended to give them away. I know I never wore them. Maybe they'll help prove my innocence?
We'll see. Oh, you won't let me do it here? Oh, I was gonna say, I'm like, hell am I looking for? What the hell? Oh no. Um.
I don't know what her son's really up to, but to hear her tell it, Sonny Boy was partying hardy all night, every night. Why that idiot didn't get on his mother's good side, I'll never get. I mean, with the power she'd be coming into, if she won that election, he could have been on Course Street. You say you found his prints on a poker chip. I got no idea. Far as I remember, the guy was never here. Maybe those chips were in a box of stuff from his condo that I took after I got fired. Just some stuff of his that got accidentally mixed in with mine.
Wink hit. Ya fucking thief.
Our Vic rolled his own. Burn mark underneath suggests it was smoked at the crime scene, dropped, and burned right into the fabric. You'll want a different tool for that.
You want Glover picking up everything else in the world? Shit.
Let's find something to compare it to. You'll want a different tool for that.
Motherfuck.
Salt-like substance. How to get on here?
Punk ass was salty. I don't know. That.
Well, our mystery substance is not in the database, but it appears to have been mixed in with the tobacco. So either someone else did it, or the Vic did it himself. Could be an amp joint, as they say on the street, tobacco mixed with a narcotic. Basuco, on the other hand, is street for cocaine paste residue, sprinkled on a cigarette like powdered sugar on a donut.
Why would you do that? Well, then, do I have to ask for tox thing? I don't...
Until we know what it is, I won't be able to say. We can't test for something without knowing what it is.
Oh, what?
Strong possibility. Cocaine and crack cocaine overdoses cause seizures, high blood pressure, or increased heart rate. If you don't die immediately from those, within 3 days you're at risk for a heart attack or stroke.
I guess I can bug her about the shoes.
Yes, an old habit from, frankly, his head days. He always preferred hand-rolled cigarettes. He was a tobacco connoisseur. I told you all I can.
What? Fine, I'll ask Mommy. Why am I like in stalker mode every time I'm near this lady?
In the first place, my son and I had no financial difficulties. Our conflicts were philosophical. In the second place, that doesn't even sound like me. I would hardly threaten my own son. And even if I had, would I do so in such a cryptic fashion?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure this proves it, but I have this dated receipt from an estimate. Don't mind my doodles in the margins.
Wait a minute. Do I do the comparison thing?
Looks like our contract followed the truth of the lies. He wrote this note.
Well. Alright, I think that might be the last thing I do on here is, I'll go get that warrant. Get a warrant.
Chemical in the tobacco matches that stuff Astor had in his shop. Let's see what else he's constructing in there. This warrant is good for anything chemically related, as well as any signs of Derek.
Alright, y'all. I'm gonna do it there. Call it there. So we'll see what it shows the next time. Maybe I'll finish it up. I don't know. This seems like this one's going by quick. I don't know why. But I don't know. We'll see. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next level of... What was this called? What was this level called? Oh, Rough Cut. I don't... Why is it gonna say Rouge? Whatever. Thanks.